The picturesque Des Moines Golf and Country Club was the eye-catching backdrop to the biggest event in ladies golf, the biennial Solheim Cup between the USA and Europe last weekend. But leading up to the main event, some of the best juniors in the world got a taste of the big time, as the future stars of the LPGA and the Ladies European Tour teed it up in the Junior Solheim Cup. And Golfing World was there as it all unfolded.
What a great opportunity, what an experience for them. I think, they learn such a lot from the week, and it's just exciting to be part of a team and playing for their country.
It's a huge, huge stage to be on. And then they're rubbing elbows with their idols, and the people that they look up to and want to be with, the professionals. They're practicing on the same driving range. They're staying at the same hotel. They're using the same clubhouse.
The Junior Solheim Cup follows the same model as the professionals, team match play with foursomes, four balls and singles. This was the 9th edition of the event, and the 24 players, all aged under 18, were unsurprisingly excited to share the same stage as their heroes.
Lexi Thompson, I ran into her in the locker room and I didn't know what to say, but I was like, I gotta say something, so I was just like, hi, Lexi. She said hi, so that's cool.
So cool to play such a great course and at the same venue as the real Solheim Cup. It's a great experience because you will see how they play their course, and you can kind of see how you did and what they're gonna do.
It's so much fun to see them play and think this is what we want to do sooner or later, and it's really cool, and I hope that I can play here in a few years and be the idol of some of the younger girls here.
Since the first event back in 2002, 19 players from the junior version have graduated to play in the Senior Solheim Cup. And if the standard of golf was anything to go by this year, that number will surely soon rise. There's little doubt the stars of the future were on show here. The 2017 edition began with the four balls, and there were birdies galore as both teams pushed to gain an early advantage. There was an incredible eagle from Team USA's Rachel Heck on the par 5 9th, the 15-year-old's fresh from making the cut as the youngest player at the US Open.
I hit a pretty good drive right where I wanted to, and then I was about 215 out, and I knew the green slopes left to right, so I took a 5-wood and just landed it front right and just let it trickle down to the hole. And then on my putt, I was about 6 feet away, and the greens here can be really tricky, so it was actually breaking two ways. It was breaking right at first and then left, and the girl that I was playing against actually, her chip shot went right behind my ball, so I got the read, and yeah, I was happy to make that.
It was all very tight. The scores tied at 3-3 after the four balls. But then the rain intervened. A delay of very nearly 4 hours led to a late finish as they tried to get as many holes as possible completed in the foursomes. By the end, they were playing in near darkness. But it didn't diminish enthusiasm or the very high standard of play which impressed the former pros.
The matches we were up, we were down, and they fought their hearts out and just played fantastic golf towards the end. Yeah, it's a difficult day with the rain delay, but fabulous golf. These girls can play.
Fortunately, the weather was more cooperative on day 2, as the girls went back out to complete the alternate shot round. It was fitting that after another 18 holes of competition, there was still nothing to separate them.
I'd like to think that we could have come in and blown them out, but I knew that wasn't going to be the case. The European players are equally strong. How many matches came to the 18th hole? You just don't see golf like this. So it's close, all level, going into the singles, and the singles are going to determine it.
Both teams are pretty even as far as skill level. We're all really good, and we're all playing pretty good golf. So I think singles will definitely be really interesting.
The scores tied at 6-all. The stage was set for a thrilling afternoon. 12 matches were left to decide the 2017 Junior Solheim Cup. The Americans were desperate to keep the trophy they'd had in their possession since 2009. Europe had hoped to score a memorable upset by winning away from home for the first time. And the visitors certainly put up an almighty fight as the putts continued to fall. But as the matches started to take shape, it was the Americans who once again stepped up. In her final event as a junior golfer, KAITLYN PAPP won her match 6-5. Rachel Heck showed exactly why she's number 2 on the Rolex AJGA rankings. She posted another win and finished the week undefeated. And EMILIACCIO is another who's off to college. She was 1 up on 17 and needed a long putt for par to keep it that way.
The whole round, I was really trying to make sure I was playing the course and not playing Julia, so I wasn't stressed out or nervous.
And when her opponent, Julia Engström of Sweden, missed her birdie attempt at the last for the half, Team USA had secured the 12 points it required to retain the Junior Solheim Cup.
Just playing for a team and knowing when you make a putt or you hit a shot, even if, regardless if it's good or bad, your teammates are there cheering you on, and this is a week I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
All that remained was for the US to secure the outright win, and it was 16-year-old Brooke who did the honours. Her birdie putt at the last earned the winning point, completing a resounding 14.5 to 9.5 victory for Team USA.
I had no idea. I was just doing my best to win my match and do everything that I could and everything that was in my power. As soon as I walked off the green, my teammates told me that we won, and it was just the best feeling in the world to see them cheering me on and watch that putt go in. It just feels amazing to be able to do that for my team and my best friends and in the name of my country.
The quality of the golf, the shot making, the back and forth was just phenomenal. They'll have memories from this event, friendships from this event, friendships with the opposing team, and if this is their dream to play out here, this just ups it one more notch.